Good morning, Dr. Second Chance here. And today, the main purpose of this video is to let you know about some really cool resources and results of some studies with respect to people struggling with alcohol use disorder and alcohol, and also substance use disorder. First, a little bit about me. I'm 13. I'm a physician by training. I'm also a recovery coach and a person in long-term recovery, 13 and a half years from alcohol use disorder and substance use disorder. And what recovery means to me is that I have not drank any alcohol for 13 and a half years. I have not used any illegal substances in 13 and a half years, nor have I've only used medication prescribed by my doctor and as exactly prescribed by my doctor. I have repaired relationships with my wife and my family. I have become a productive member of society again with respect to businesses and voting and volunteering in my community. And so that's what recovery means for me, as well as the personal things in terms of generally better health, being at peace, those kinds of personal qualities. So a resource I want to tell you about is called the Recovery Research Institute. They're an institute affiliated with Harvard Medical School and that system of hospitals. And they are producing a lot of very interesting research that I highly recommend you take a look at. That's the Recovery Research Institute. Their email is www.recoveryanswers.org. That's www.recoveryanswers.org. And they have a lot of really fantastic videos and articles that you can read. I'm going to start a discussion about something that is called the National Recovery Study. This was done in 2017, and it showed a lot of really interesting results. I'll cover how it was done in more detail in another video, but it very elaborately interviewed people in terms of what kinds of problems they had, and how they got sober or how they moderated their drug use so that it was no longer a problem. One of the first findings in this National Recovery Study, and I'll put a link at the bottom of in the description about the journals that it was published in, is it confirmed what we always thought in terms of we are surrounded by people in recovery. And sometimes we don't know it because sometimes there's an emphasis on sort of being anonymous and not telling your story to everyone. But what this has found that over 22 million people, according to this study, had significant drug and alcohol problems, and that they do not anymore, that these have been resolved. That's like 9% of the population. That's a pretty high percentage that have resolved significant drug or alcohol problems. And this is really good in the sense of there are people that recover, get well, and go on to live productive life. So we need to know that. We need to tell people that, because people do get well. You know, even if you look at like some of the physician health programs or organizations like it that help, like doctors or lawyers or dentists with alcohol use disorder or substance use disorder, the numbers that are amazing. Over 80% of people after 5 or 6 years are sober and leading productive lives. So there is hope. So we'll talk more about the National Recovery Study on the next video. Please check out their website. I have no financial disclosures. I'm just giving them a shout out. www.recoveryanswers.org, Recovery Research Institute. Check them out. I'll see you next time.